Welcome to the Queens on Decks, where I interview female DJs from around the world. I am Michelle Miller, your host of the Royal Queens Rising podcast. We share our inspiring stories and secrets to our success.
Hey, girl.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
I am great. I am great. Super excited that you're doing something like this. Like, it's so unheard of. So it's nice to see other female DJs.
Right. Thank you. Yeah. I just love and value connection and connecting with other like-minded people. And I feel like female DJs are such a special breed of humans.
Yes, we really are. One of a kind, that's for sure.
Yeah. It takes a lot of bravery to be an artist and to put yourself out there and perform, and especially in a male-dominated area of, specialty of work.
Agreed. But I feel like that's where we can strive, though, because we stand out.
Totally.
Take advantage of it.
Well, why don't you tell us a little bit about how you got started as a DJ?
Okay, so totally unintentionally. I never would have thought in a million years that I would ever be where I am now, but it's super exciting. So as I told you before, I'm a dance choreographer. So my cousin owns a dance studio. I've been dancing since I was 2 years old. So that's all I knew my whole entire life. And I started teaching when I was 15. And I was their first hip hop teacher. That's when like hip hop really came about in the dance competition world. So it was really cool. And a lot of my students loved the music that I was playing in class. And like one day, like one of these kids asked me to play like at their birthday party. And I'm like, I have no equipment. Like there's no, I don't know what to tell you. And I talked to their parents and they were like, oh, well, we'll just buy you some speakers, like some computer speakers, just come in, have fun. The kids love you. And I was like, you know what? Mine as well. So then that was like a huge hit, not only like with the kids, but the adults as well. Like everybody was reacting to my music. And then the next thing you know, more students asked me, and every time I'd get paid, I'd just buy more equipment. So the next thing you know, now I'm running this whole full production company, like 15 years later. So
wow, that's incredible. I love that.
Yeah, it's cool. Totally unintentional, but it goes hand in hand, the teaching and the dancing and DJing, because it's music and it's a whole language within itself, and I just love it. It's like my little escape.
Yay. Yeah, I feel like a lot of us, a lot of people are DJs without knowing it. Like all the fitness instructors, like you have to create those playlists and make, select that music. And that's like one of the first steps to DJing is being able to create that set of music.
Yep. Absolutely. And like because I do a lot of hip hop classes, so I would make my own mixes, super ghetto on like this like little little small computer program, this was back in the day. And I didn't realize that oh wow, like I really am musically inclined in that area. So it was really cool to now bring it to a whole nother level.
Yeah, I always tell people this because I've started an online coaching business, and I'm talking to people from around the world, and a lot of them are telling me, I don't have equipment. Can you help me get equipment? How do I grow my career if I don't have my own equipment? And I'm like, well, for one, most people have a smartphone with music, with apps that they can get. So it could be that easy to get started. So there's no excuses.
You got to start. I was literally DJing just off my laptop with computer speakers. Like we're talking like basic of the basic. Did it like iTunes on like fade. Okay. And then you just got to start from somewhere, and don't be discouraged if you're not going to get everything right away. It takes time, and you have to invest in yourself. That's like the biggest thing. All the money I would make, I would just reinvest in equipment and equipment and equipment, you know, you have to make that sacrifice. It can't just be your full-time job right away. You have to really work hard to get to where you want to be, for sure.
Yeah, you definitely have to step your way into it. I was borrowing and renting speakers for a while. And finally I was like, hey, I'm ready to buy my own. I'm getting paid well. I'm getting a lot of gigs and it's growing fast. And I definitely started doing a lot of kid events that just grew into like so many more events. And I think that's that's a great way to actually get started. It's like kids they're not going to judge you if you mess up. They're not going to notice.
Oh, no, they're just feeding off of your energy. That's literally all it is, you know?
Yeah, totally. So what kind of events are you doing like these days? Like, what is your business looking like? Are you?
So our main focus is weddings, customized weddings. That is like our big thing, because we do not only DJing, but we do lighting, we do photo booth, we do videography. We have a connection with a photographer that we do. So it's like a full service company, one-stop shop. We want to make brides' lives a lot easier. You know, once I meet with them, you can tell they're so stressed out with all the planning. They're over their head. They don't realize it. But if you deal with one company that does everything, it's so much easier for them to just deal with one person, have their trust with one person. So that's pretty much where we're at. But we also do everything. We do, you know, Sweet 16, quinceañeras. We do corporate events. And I also do, you know, clubs and bars. I'm also the resident DJ at MGM Springfield every Friday night. So I'll be there soon.
Wow, yeah, you got a lot going on over there. So you have a whole company then, and you have employees and have built this whole thing.
Yep.
Incredible. Do you have children?
Yeah. Hell no.
I was like, is that
no, ain't nobody got time for that. No way. No. I have 2 cats. Those are my babies. Those are my fur babies. Everything I do is for my cats.
Aw, that's awesome. Cats are so loving.
Yeah, I commend for like people like you actually have families and are able to, you know, like take care of like a human being and be able to DJ and like have your own life. I could never do that. I literally don't have a day off. Like I teach every day during the week and then I DJ on the weekend. So it's like nonstop, like hustle. Could not imagine doing that. So I definitely commend people like you who can balance everything out. So mad props.
Thank you. Did you have a specific mentor when you first started?
I did not. I'm one of those people where I can figure things out. I'm very independent. I do things myself. When I have my mindset to it, I just make it happen somehow. I never know what the solution's going to be at the moment, but I know I'll figure it out. You know, and I feel like back then too, they didn't have like YouTube and things like that for like people to go on and learn how to use the equipment and get other people's advice. So I was literally buying equipment and reading the instruction manuals for like hours, like trying to figure everything out. So it definitely took me a longer time. And, you know, I didn't really know anybody who else was DJing, like, and I never thought to reach out to people. I was just so focused on trying to get it done myself that I never actually thought about reaching out to people. So yeah, no, it's me, myself, and I figured it out.
Wow. You're impressive. Way to go. Oh man. Yeah. I mean, yeah, all the resources we have are there right now today. YouTube. I mean, I interviewed DJ Riri Wednesday and she's like, I learned from YouTube. So no excuses, people. If you want to do this, do it.
No, there's so many resources out there. And what's nice too is that I see a lot of DJs now coming together as a community and wanting to help people rather than it being like a competitive thing. Because I tell other DJs all the time, like, because, you know, I meet them out and everything, like there's enough gigs for everybody. We can all be fed here. Like we don't need to be battling off each other and, you know, things like that. There's enough gigs for everyone, and we should be working together and helping each other out, sending gigs to each other back and forth. Like if I'm booked, hey, check out this person, you know, like we're all in this together.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It's super, super important. But it's nice to like lately, now I've been connected with more people, and it's because of social media. Like people don't realize how much of a powerful tool it is. So I've been really like, that's how I connected with you. So it's amazing. And I've been connected with a lot of other DJs who are now inspiring me, which is exciting.
Yeah. There's always like so much to learn, and like, even if you think like if you think you're doing it like right, or you know it's right to you, but then you talk to someone else or see what they're doing, you're like, oh, I never thought of that. Like,
Oh, I've had many of those moments, many of those moments. I actually, my new thing now is I want to learn, you know, how to scratch on turntables.
Yeah.
So I just bought my first set of turntables, and I had a very, very well-known DJ, DJ Ragoza, who's like a DMC battle DJ. I really, really look up to him, and I started watching all his stuff, and then we ended up getting connected. And he came over yesterday and was teaching me like the lowdowns of everything, and I'm like, okay, I got my work cut out for me. But like, I want to expand myself. I don't want to just be known as like the wedding DJ. I don't want to be known as just the club DJ. I want to be known as the open format DJ that can work on everything, not just controllers, not just CDJs, but vinyls too. You know, I feel like it's so important to work with different equipment, because I went into different bars and they have different setups. And if you're not familiar with it, you know, you don't want to sound like a jerk.
Yeah, good point right there.
Yes, 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 yes.
I could use a little practice with CDJs. That's something well, I don't really DJ CDs, but yeah, there's always stuff to learn. So that's awesome. He came and gave you your lesson. How'd you like it?
Yeah, I loved it. You know, it's a lot more difficult. Like, they make it look so easy. They're just like it's nothing. But yeah, so it was really exciting. Like, I caught up on it very quickly, because to me, I looked at it like choreography. You know, like when I'm dancing and like moving my hands to certain parts of the music and things like that. So I picked up on, he said I did very good for my first time. So, you know, pat on my back, but definitely a lot more to learn. You know, I feel like once I accomplish one thing, I'm always on to the next thing. So this is something that's always caught my interest, especially because you don't see a lot of female turntablists.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to you know, putting that performance aspect into my DJing too, because it's a performance.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah. So, so you mentioned social media being such a powerful platform, and it is like I think the way we got connected was there's a bunch of different DJ Facebook groups, and I've been discovering more of them and finding, you know, which ones are good for what. And I was kind of bravely posted looking for female DJs. I'm not sure if that was against the rules. I don't think I read the rules when I posted it, but I just said, I'm going to post this. And I got so many responses, and it was amazing. I was like, I just hit the female DJ jackpot. I got 30 people interested, and I messaged them and got the email and sent out the invite. It has just been on and popping since then. So it's so much fun. And I want to thank you, you know, for saying yes to doing this.
Oh, absolutely. And now that I'm thinking about it, I have so many other female DJs that are around here that I will gladly shoot you over their names. Yeah. You know, let's do it. Let's connect. Let's bring everybody together. Yeah. I love it. I love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it.
Yeah. And then since doing this, I you know, I'm always full of ideas. So I've added on my website a DJ directory, and I haven't added anybody yet, but I want to add you and all the other lady DJs. So if someone's looking specifically for a female DJ, they can go to my website and have your contact.
I like that. That's a good idea. You could be like a main resource. That's great. Yeah. I love that.
So how are you marketing yourself right now in your business? What's working well for you?
Word of mouth.
Yes.
That's it. I've done a lot of different marketing, especially when I was like first starting out. I did like Google ads. I did like Facebook ads, all those different things. Nothing really came of them. Like I'm even on like Wedding Wire and things like that. And like, you know, we won Wedding Wire Couples Choice 3 years in a row. We have like 117 5-star reviews, all that stuff. But nothing still comes of it like word of mouth.
Yeah.
It's really what it is. People see me DJing, and then they just mention it to somebody else. And then, you know, it's just a domino effect. So literally every performance you do, whether it's something small like a bar or something huge like a wedding, you have to give like 150 million%, because you never know who's watching and who's going to recommend you.
Absolutely. I wrote about that in my book.
Yeah. Yeah.
Make a good impression, be professional, you know, bring a certain energy and vibe, and because you never know who's watching. So one event leads to the next event.
True.
Awesome.
Yeah. And, you know, a lot of people don't realize, or a lot of DJs don't realize, that you are performing. You're not just behind the music. You need to interact with the crowd. You need to get on the mic. You know, your energy is going to transpire into everybody else's. Like you said, set a vibe. It's all about good vibes. If you're behind the decks having fun and going, hey, 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 it's going to bring everybody in. But if you're just back there, you know, just kind of mixing and like so focused on that, you're not setting that vibe, and you're not going to get the feedback that you want from people. So
Yeah,
I totally agree with you on that.
for me, when I first started out, my friends were like, Michelle, I've never seen you so focused in your life. I've never seen you so serious.
Yep, because you don't want to mess up, right? Yeah.
You're thinking the whole time. You're like, what am I playing next? Where am I at in this song? Where am I gonna, you know what? It's all new to me. And not to say, sometimes I'm still like a little bit, honestly, just sometimes, you know, you're in a mood, but like I have this thing where I say I gotta put my Beyonce face on.
Oh, okay. All right. And what does that face look like exactly?
That face is more like this, not how you saw me this morning when we did our tech check.
Yeah, right. Yeah. No judgment there. Trust me.
Yeah, and it's kind of like when you're just really tired and you're maybe having some resistance to going out. You're dreading like, oh my gosh, do I really have to work till 3 a.m. tonight? And you just kind of have that resistance, and maybe, you know, you didn't sleep well or whatever reasons, and you're like, okay, it's time to do this. Like I have a little pep talk. Get the makeup on.
You do. And like once you get through that first hour, it's like, all right, you're good. Like you build up that energy. Trust me, I get it. And like working private events, like people don't realize the days are literally like 12-hour days, like between setup and DJing it and set down and driving back home and unloading the equipment from back then. And it's so much. So it does get tiring. It's true. Just put on that face.
Yes, there are so many behind the scenes things that as DJs and entrepreneurs do that people aren't seeing. So something I teach and preach is valuing your time and yourself and charging what you're worth, and really looking at every opportunity and like weighing it out. Like, is it worth it for me to drive 3 hours for $100 and completely exhausted and be what I call a momster the next day because I'm tired and cranky.
No, absolutely. You totally need to stand by your value. Totally. And like, obviously when you're first starting out, you know, you can't expect, you know, top-notch prices. You know, you have to work your way to get there. And once you get there, you need to maintain that. You know, don't ever undercut yourself. Never, ever, ever, ever.
Yeah, some good advice I got from DJ Cherish the Love. She said, every year raise your prices.
Yeah. People do that. I've talked to other DJs and they were like, oh, well, like somebody inquired about a wedding for like 2020, but I told them that I couldn't give them a quote because I don't know what my prices are going to be. And I'm like, what? Girl,
well, not 2020 yet.
Yeah, like no, I do you do that? Do you raise your prices every year? So I don't think I can do that.
To be honest, I've been changing them up a little bit. I did raise them since last year. Every gig is different. You know, if it's a fundraiser for the kids, you know, I can't go full rate. If it's you know, I'm always willing to negotiate because, you know, that's just the way it is, especially in the economy these days and where I'm at. And there's so many factors to it. But, you know, it's important to know kind of what the range is maybe. And, you know, feel it out. But I have experimented with it. I haven't quite found the right exact package for the weddings, I'd say. Like I've experimented in the last 2 years and I'm like, I don't know which one's better. And I'm still figuring it out. And it really, I guess, depends on the client. But another great word of advice I got from another female I interviewed the other day was, I said, how do you prevent burnout? And she goes, charge enough so you don't burn yourself out running all over the planet DJing. Like, you know, so that kind of hit me.
Yeah. No, definitely work hard, play hard, right?
Because you know, I am. This year, I'd say would be the first year that like DJing is my sole focus, like business. I let go of my retail business and clothing retail, and so I'm doing business coaching because like this is like stuff that I've learned that I want to share with others, and So it's important. It's important to the money thing is always like a tricky, not always, but it can be a tricky subject.
Yes, yes. And I feel like it's totally different with areas too. You know, certain areas have a certain client that has a certain budget. So you need to accommodate to them, you know. Like I notice in Massachusetts, my clients who are located in Massachusetts tend to have lower budgets than people in Connecticut, you know, but I'm not going to charge more based off of your state. It's just you're going to end up getting more, you know, a larger package, which ends up working out, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think you just got to kind of feel it out, like you said.
Yeah. So, so what are you doing to prevent burnout? You said you were on a run earlier. That's impressive.
Yeah, you know, yeah, I think that's honestly what I do too. Like I'll work like 6 months nonstop without a day off, but then like I'll go to Europe for like 2 weeks. You know what I mean? And just completely decompress and then just go back to hustle mode. But to me, like it's not really like it is work, but I enjoy it. So to me, it's not like extremely stressful, and I don't get like crazy burnt out, but I do get tired, and I do know where I need to take some time off. Definitely. Some like the summers actually. Usually they think it's like the busiest. Like, no, I want to enjoy my summer. I don't want to have to work all the time. So I usually take, you know, a few weeks off and everything like that. So and I have to take a lot of weekends off too because I still teach dance and I choreograph for the competition team. So we're always traveling to different competitions and stuff like that. So, you know, that's kind of like my weekends off too, when I'm still working, but you know, I'm at competition, so it's not really like work to me.
So you found a good balance between, you know, the choreography, traveling, time off, DJ, running the big empire.
You know, I'm in the process of figuring that out. Yeah. This summer is going to be, and next year is going to be a lot more relaxed for me. Yeah. It definitely, I need to have a day off a week, and I don't right now, but next year I definitely will. But it's like one of those things, like once you commit to something, like I have to stay to it. So it's like once I committed to, you know, teaching 5 days a week.
I'm sure we could talk forever, and we should definitely do this again. I do have to get to a meeting.
Oh, definitely. I know you're a busy woman too. So
yeah.
Thank you so much for reaching out to me. I really appreciate it. And, you know, stay in touch. And if you ever need anything or, you know, want to do this again, you know how to get a hold of me.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much. I have a special gift for anybody watching. I wrote a book called How to Start a DJ Business. So
love that.
Amazon, and it's a how-to guide to get going, grow your business. And if you want to check it out and support on Amazon, you can do that. Or I have a link I can add to the comments for the free PDF file. So thank you.
Yeah, send me a link so I can promote that on my page.
Yes, I will. Thank you so much. And let's do this again. We didn't have enough time.
No, I know. Agree. I can definitely talk all day about this.
Right. Okay. Awesome. Well, thank you. Have a good one. Bye.
You're very welcome. Have a good one. Bye.
Go to my website to claim your free gift, a digital copy of my best-selling book, How to Start a DJ Business. www.djrundat.com. Follow me on all social media handles, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch at DJ RunDat. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. To learn how you can book me or work with me, go to my website or email me at michelle@djrundat.com.